Alright guys, so when we know that what exactly is the difference between the free version of the Canva and the pro version of the Canva. So it takes to another lesson in which we are going to explore the fundamentals of Canva and all the available tools over here. So we're going to start with the first homepage only, and we're going to explore each and everything one by one. So if you're going to go and look at the left corner over here, you will find this bar through which you can toggle in and toggle out for all these tools. So here you are going to see the home, the templates, the projects. So what you can do over here is you can search for like the templates by clicking onto the templates over here, and all the available templates will be shown like these. So whatever you wanted to make, it is going to give you the exact things up. So you can explore by going one on one over here, by exploring into individual categories like what exactly is trending near you, and the inspired by the last designs, and plus what's new in the Canva templates area over here, the videos available, and what you can totally create in the videos by using the templates. The presentations, if you wanted to create any presentation, this is going to be the options for you too. And if you can also click on to see all to see that what all the templates are totally available. So you can directly see that over 8,000 templates are available right now in case of presentations over here. So if you need to create any sort of business presentation or any sort of presentation, there are approx 8,000 templates available over here. So I'm just going to explore a few more over here just to show up that how exactly the templates look. You can see that this is a very good design, and this one is also very good design. So the best part over here is that you can optimize and you can recreate any of these templates and tweak a lot of like changes in them. All right, so after the template, if you wanted to directly search for any sort of thing, like let's say if you need to create a Facebook post, Instagram story, Instagram post, Facebook cover, YouTube thumbnail, flyers, cards, business cards, photo collages, a lot of things like brochures, logos, resume, and posters. There are a lot of things of which you can totally do up over here. Second thing is, what you can do is instead of searching into the broader category, you can search for your industry too. So let's say if you need to create any food video or like any food poster, so you can totally write either food, or you can go into individual food terms. So you can directly see in the food category over here, we have more than 86,500 templates available, which you can totally use. So half of them will be for the pro version. As you can see that we have the crown element over here, and those templates which does not have a crown element, those are totally free of use, which can be used with the help of free version of Canva. So let's say in terms of food, we need to search for any specific food up over here. So let's say pizza we need to search. So you can again see that we have around 8,600 templates when it comes to the pizza templates. And you can notice one thing that a lot of like templates are free of cost, which are not a part of the pro version over here, and you can use any of those too. So this is the part where the templates comes off. We are just going to give an overview right now that what exactly all the fundamentals of the Canva are. We are going to jump onto the templates in the another sessions over here and the another lessons, in which we are going to in detail explain that how you can leverage the power of these templates and how we can use this template at the best of it. So let's go directly back to the home again. Now we're going to explore that you have multiple things up like team, you have tools as in brand, content planner. So I would like to draw your notice over here that these features like the brand and the content planner, these are the part of the Canva Pro. I already have taken a Canva Pro subscription and we're working on a Canva Pro only. So whatever we are going to do, we are going to use all the elements and all the things which are available in the free and plus the Canva Pro version 2 over here. So what exactly is this team means? So the team, what you can do is you can directly invite your team members, and you can add your team members over here so that each and everyone can directly see that what exactly is going on over here, and they can also give it a tweak to those. Next, if you're going to go to the brand section, you can see that we have a brand kit utility, brand logo, and the other colors too. So what you can do is, let's say there are multiple businesses which has a specific guidelines and they want you to follow those brand guidelines only. So in that case, you can directly upload the logo over here. You can name the brand kit. Let's say if I'm going to say like AB or like ACD company or like ACD Corp, corporation one. So all those logos of that particular company you can add up over here. You can even add the color palette. So if your client says that you have a specific color theme which needs to be go into any of the flyers, any of the social media post, or any of the things up, so you can directly choose any of the colors from here. Either you can go like this, you can again change the things up, or you can directly add the CMYK color codes over here. In fact, not only the colors and the logos, you can also select what are the brand fonts that you can totally use later on into any of those creatives. So what is going to happen over here is once you will be able to create all these things up, you will be able to see all these brand guidelines and plus the brand sort of kits when you're going to be creating any sort of creative. So again, we are going to talk about the brand in the another session. We are just going to give an overview of it right now. Okay, so let's go to the content planner. So this is a very helpful tool through which you can directly create and schedule the post that on this particular day you need to create a World Chocolate Day post, and you need to be scheduled it to your social media. So you can do it from here. Scheduling part is like very easy with Canva, and we are going to again talk about that it later on. So now if you're going to go a little bit down, you can see we have discover app, smart mockups, and we have start ones. So what I do over here is I make multiple projects, like you can see it over here for a lot of my clients. So I totally work up like this, and once you make all these kind of projects, your life will be like very shorted, because thing is that if you're going to align and organize all the projects which you're going to create it for your clients, and all of them totally goes under a particular folder, so you won't be having any sort of issues in finding up any sort of designs or any sort of videos over there. You can just directly go to the projects and search for your folder. So let's say if I'm going to show it to you, this one. So this is one of a client. So you can see we have these banners up available. So if you need to create a custom size for these banners up, you can again share it up or save into any of these folders. All right. So the last part over here is that you can invite your team members, and they will easily be able to see your designs, whatever you are creating up over here, any of the sort of designs, and they will be able to again add it to designs too. Now after this left side Google list, we need to go and check what else do we have it up over here. So this is the for you page. That means that what exactly you are going to create is going to reflect up over here, like in recent designs and all. Second, the presentation is the same one. If you need to directly, if you do not want to search over here as presentation, then you can directly go to here. So these are just like the very small markup areas where you can directly easily be able to use or navigate to any of these sections. If you need to go to any of the video, you can go it up over here, print, products, marketing, office, and so on. So everything is going to go up over here. So let's say if you're going to go to the marketing, you will find a lot of like marketing materials like posters, logos, flyers, business cards, label, and let's say Facebook ads, and a lot of things like that. Online ads, you have a separate section. For the print ad, a separate section for it. Templates, we have a separate section, then which is basically in the poster portrait one. Logos, we have a separate section, and you can explore that. If you just need to get started with a single logo too, you have a lot of options which you can totally see up from here. So if you're just going to go and click on to see all, you will find that we have 42,000 templates for the logos. That means you have a lot of like options and a lot of like elements to play with and create a very unique design for your logos. So let's go back again and let's see what else do we have it up over here. All right. So you can see in the more section, you have other types of template sections, or like the areas like infographics, photo collages, and then we have wallpapers, graph, book covers, and so on. So you can use any of these from here, and what I would suggest is just directly search whatever you wanted to design and get started with the design. Then we comes up with a custom design or the custom size. If you're going to see up over here, it says that you can add your custom size and totally you can start with it. So let's suppose we need to create an Instagram post or any Facebook post. So you can create a square design which can go from like 1200 then 1200 pixels. Here also you can choose that you need the dimensions into the pixels, inches, millimeters, or the centimeters. I'll stick with the PX over here because that's simply the standard form for creating any sort of like your online materials. So the PX, which is the pixels one, is going to work the best for you. So once you're going to be clicking onto the create new design, it is going to redirect you to a page which is going to look like this. And here the same dimension canvas, white plain canvas, is going to pop up like this, and you're going to see a lot of like templates up over here. We have a lot of templates, and you can see that we have other things too, like we have elements, we have upload, we have text, photos, style, audio, video, background, charts, we have gifs also, we have pixaton, we have logos, folders, and so on. In the more option you will find a lot of like apps which you can totally use it up. All right, so how do we know that what exactly all these things are and what you can do with all these? So before jumping onto that, we just need to explore the last option, which is the uploads section over here. So if you have any sort of image, you can upload it from the home page also by clicking onto it and browsing the files, or you can drag and drop the files over here. Or else if you wanted to upload any PDF and start converting that PDF into the design onto the Canva and start tweaking things inside those PDF, you can also do that. You can also drag and drop your PPTs and again design it with the help of Canva elements over here and the Canva all the resources available. Here the notifications will come up, like if your team members will going to share anything with you, so all these things is going to be shown with you. Since this is a new account for which I am just giving a training purpose for it, so my team is not totally associated with this one, so this is going to be just a dummy account which we are going to work with you. Just a few elements and the few designs which we have created just to show you that what exactly you can do with it. So let's jump back to the designing part over here, and let's go back to the thing where we went it up over here. So you need to understand a lot of things over here, and we are going to start with the top of it. If you're going to click onto the home, you're going to be redirected to this home page. If you're going to go and click onto the file, you will find multiple things, like if you need to create a new design, let's say if you have choose this template and now we need to create a new design, so you can simply click onto the create a new design and a new page will pop up. You just need to choose the size. You can either go for the custom size, either you can go for the pre-made size of the designs. Let's say for the videos 1920 x 1080 pixels work best for it. Presentations, it's again the same. Post is a different part for it. For the Facebook poster, again different than a lot of things. You can see all of these dimensions are totally different. A4 also we have, if you just wanted to have like a very printable thing for which you can just directly print to your personal printer, then you can go for the A4 sheet and you can easily be able to create a design with it. So let's suppose if you need to create a design with A4 document, just click onto that and you will be redirected to another canvas, and here you will see that you have a A4 size format, and believe me, these sizes are like very much accurate. You're not going to face any sort of difficulties when it comes to like the printing materials, or whether it comes to like online publishing of any of the designs up. So I'm going to close this one up right away, and we're going to jump back again. Now we have another things too. Let's say you can find and replace text. So let's say we need to find we have soon over here, so you can find this and you can totally replace with whatever you want, and just click on to replace all, or you can replace a single one also. So that's the replace, find and replace feature which is available on Canva. So no need to save all the changes from here by going manually to the files and then clicking onto the save changes, as Canva automatically saves all the things and all the designs which you're going to make it after 1 or 2 seconds most probably. So you can see that it is saving all the changes at a very real time phase. So let's say if we are going to delete it, so again you can see it has been saved. So you do not have to worry about anything, that if you're not going to save it from by going to the file, your data won't be stored. You do not have to worry about that. It is just directly going to save a lot of time of yours, and all the changes will going to be saved from here. So now you can see that we have comments. So let's say you need to add a comment, or let's say multiple people from your team or like your friends are working on the same template, so you can add the comments whatever you want. So let's say if we need to add like change the color, so your teammates will be able to see the comments, and they can also be able to apply it if you have added your team members in the team section. So the team member section is only available for the pro version, and you can totally use that later on. Now no need to use it up right away, because we will be using it for the learning phase, and plus for your own pace and designing it for yourself, your company, and for your clients too. So no need to invite your team members. I'll At the end of this course, I'm going to tell you a trick that how you can leverage the power of by not purchasing a lot of like Canva Pro subscription for each and every team members of yours, and how you can take only a single Canva Pro membership, and all of your team members can be able to use that one. So you can also delete the same thing over here, or you can edit the comment. That if you're going to go back, you can also see the history, that what exactly did we do. So you can see it up over here. So whatever you're going to see it or make a changes over here, it is going to be auto saved, and once it is going to be auto saved, after a few specific point of time, your history will be removed from here, as since it is a cloud based platform. So you can also make a copy of this. You can download it from here, but we have another option to download. We are going to jump onto that. So let's just quickly see to it. You can click onto the share, and you can go to the download over here too. I personally like this form up over here because it's very easy to use from here, and a very clean interface as compared to this one. And also it's like very handy by just clicking over here and just clicking onto the download one. You can also make a copy of this, and you can open in a desktop app, whatever it is. So now if you're going to see that we have multiple elements and multiple options and tools available here. So what exactly all these options do and how we can use them. So first we need to understand the templates. Templates are basically the pre-made designs which you can totally use. There will be the free versions and the pro versions too, that you already know. So you can use any of the templates by just clicking. It is going to be added to your sheet. Here we have the pages. This is the first page. If you want to duplicate this page, you can duplicate it from here. If you wanted to add a new page, you can click on to add a new page, or you can directly click over here to whatever you need to add. If you wanted to delete any of the page, you can click onto the delete page. Now if you just wanted to lock this template so that no one will be allowed to replace the content, so you can lock this content over here and again unlock it, whatever you want. So now after the templates, you can also have a search bar over here. So let's say if you need to search for a specific industry, like specific niche of the templates. So let's say flight. So you will be able to see a lot of like designs or pre-made templates based on those keywords too. There are a lot of things available which you can directly use it up from here, and then you can make the changes on them. So now if you're going to go to the elements, you're going to see something like this. So you can see any of the elements which you're going to use will going to be shown up in the recently used one over here. You can see it all. Then the second section will going to be the lines and shapes. So these lines and shapes plays a very major role in designing any sort of things up over here. So if you're going to click onto the lines and shapes over here, you will see that there are lines, there are shapes, and there are other shapes too available, and there are a lot of like shapes which you can totally use. So these are the first kind of elements. The next type of element, you have graphics. That let's say if you're just going to search for the graphics, you have these kind of a graphics over here. You can also search for like any sort of graphic. Let's say we need to search for like burger, so you can have a lot of things which you can use it up over here. So these you can just totally click, and you will be able to see these things up. If you just wanted to delete any of these element or any of the things which are on the page of your Canva, you can directly click onto that element and you can delete that. Again click and delete. Now if you're going to go back, you're going to find the stickers, the photos, videos, audios and all too. And in fact we have tables, graphs and other things too. What I would suggest, if you are going to the element, just search for the elements only directly by adding your keyword over here. If you wanted to go for any sort of image or the background, you can go to the photos. So Canva also provide the free stock photos which you can use over here for free of course. Again the same case will arise over here. There will be many photos which are free of cost, and many of the photos will be like the pro version for it. For that, which you obviously need to buy the pro version for it. So let's say again we are going to search for like race car. So this is the pro one, this is the free one, this is pro and free. So you can use any of these. So what you can do is you can click onto the image and then you can move wherever you want and resize it by just dragging it from the corner or anywhere you want. So now if you just want this element or like this image in the background, so now you can directly drag and drop into the page like that. Instead of just clicking up over here on the image, you can just directly drag and drop things up like these. Let's say we are going to use this one like this. Then so now it is going to be on a very default phase when you can see that we have half of the size here, half of the size here, and the middle part has been taken randomly. So if you need to align these things, what you need to just do over here is just go to the page and the image and just double tap on that. Once you're going to double tap on that, you will find that you can easily be able to drag and drop, or you can drag and realign any of the things up. So this is how it is going to look. So let's say if you do not want this to go very tilted way and if you want this to go in a straight way, so in that way you can just again click over here, just resize it once, whatever you want, align it, align, and here you will find the rotation option. So you can rotate the things like these and then you can directly resize it. So in this manner you can easily be able to rotate your pictures, photos or your graphics. Not only for these photos, you can also do the same thing with the graphics. Let's say again if you need to take this burger, you can make it a smaller or whatever you want, and again you can rotate the things up like this. If you just need to delete it, just click and delete the option. Everything is going to be fine. You have another graphics too which you can totally use like this or wherever you want. There will be like multiple elements, you can easily be able to change the color of it. So let's quickly search for like few of the templates after we explore all these options too. So now after the element we have upload, so you can upload any sort of file and you can upload any sort of things up over here like we have uploaded, right? So you can directly go to your files and you can upload the things up. All the images will come up over here, all the videos which you're going to upload will come up over here, and all the audio will also come up over here. So let's say these are the audios which we just directly downloaded from the YouTube and then we add it up over here. Also we are going to tell you later on that how you can use the YouTube songs without having any copyright issues too. So now the next part comes up, the fourth part, which is the text part. So here you have a lot of like templates for the text too, which are like the pre-made combination of multiple fonts. Like if you're going to see this one, so this is a different font and this one is a different font. So you can see this is Sanchez and this one is Leak Spartan. So what you can do is you can directly increase the size of these or you can decrease the size of these and you can place it wherever you want to. Even you can just click onto the element. For that I'll just quickly just to show that how the colors are going to change up. I'm just going to show by dragging it and making it a little bit bigger. So if you're going to see, you just need to click onto the element or the text and here you will find the size. You can decrease the size by clicking onto the minus or increase the size by clicking onto the plus. If you're well versed with the sizes, then you can directly click onto the number and you can choose any of these pre-set up numbers, or you can use and directly type the number whatever you want. So let's say 50 works for me. So this is how it is going to be. And again if you need to make it to like more broader, so you can make it to whatever the number you want. So now we have the text color. So here you can see that we have the color templates and here are the very pretty default colors which you can use. So let's say the red one, the yellow, purple, whatever the color it is, like blue and all, and then we have green, dark green and all, turquoise we have. All right, even if you wanted to change the color of the bottom text or any other element, you can directly click on to that particular option and you can click onto the text color and again you can change the things up like this. So now again, if you're going to see, we have multiple options. Like if you're going to just click onto that, you will have the option to make it bold. So this bold option will be available into a lot of like fonts, and some font won't be giving you the option to make it bold, because that's how it's going to work with those formats or like the fonts. So let's say now we have using this classical indifference. Now you can just directly click onto it, and you can select and make it bold, or you can directly just click on anywhere on apart from this page canvas, and then again click onto the element, and again click onto bold and unbold, whatever you want. Same case works with the italics. Here is the alignment part. If you need to make it to like the middle align, the right align, the left align, or whatever it is, or maybe the justified also. Here is the option to add the bullet points, so you can use the bullet points. If you're going to click it for once, it is going to give you a round bullet. Then if you're going to again click onto it, it is going to give you the numbers. If you're going to again click onto it, it is going to remove the bullet points up over here. So now this is the spacing part. So you can also control how much space you want between the lines and also between the characters also. For that, I am going to use this one because we have 3-line text over here. And again, if you're going to go to the spacing, you can see the letter spacing you can increase, or you can also decrease the letter spacing, whatever you want, like this. You just have to drag the scroller bar over here. The line spacing simply means whether you need to have more space between the lines or like lesser space between the line. You can drag it to like the left, or you can drag it like to the right, and this is how it is going to work, right? You can even align the things up, the anchor text box, and so on. So now once you're satisfied with all these things up, you have another things up, just to make it these designs or like these text more interesting. You have effects over here. So if you're going to see and click onto the any of the text element, and if you're going to click onto the effects, you're going to see that you have the shadows, the lift, splice, hollow, echo, background, neon, glitch, and even the curve formats too. And here's the none. So if you just want to make it as like the curve, this is how it is going to look like. Let's say this one. And even what you can do is you can change the curve from like up to down, or like the down to up, whatever it is you wanted to feel free. Even you can also decide that how much you wanted to make it curve. So the as much as you're going to shift the cursor of this curve to the right, it is going to make it at the downwards, and vice versa with the left one. If you just wanted to have a background, you can have like this. If you wanted to have an echo, which simply means a little bit of the shadows, not exactly the shadows, the same text only, but it has a pretty much multiple layers of the same text, which is totally the echo over here. If you need to have the splice, this is how it is going to be. Hollow is going to look like this. So splice is basically a combination of hollow and plus the shadow, so that's how it works. Lift is just like a background a shadow, which is like pretty much smudged over here. So even what you can do is for these shadows, if you wanted to have a shadow like this, you can even change the color of that. So let's say if I need to make the shadow color as black, this is how it is going to be. Something like glitch part like this, it is how it is going to look like this. Again, you can change the colors and play with a lot of like colors over here. So I'm going to use the glitch color over here like this, and again let's see what's next. So now in fact you can also animate any of these text and all the pages too. So let's say if you wanted to animate the full page, so you just have to click onto the empty side up over here, and all these options will be gone. That means the full page is now selected, and now you can add the animation to the full page. So let's say we need to add something like this: sleek, rise, pan, fade, or like stomp, pop, breathe. So breathe is one of my favorite because it gives a very smooth feel up over here. Let's go for the fun right now. So these are the animations if you just need to add on to and all of these. So if you want the animation to be moved into any of these elements, so you just have to directly click onto that particular element and again go to the animation, and you can totally remove the animation from here, or you can add any other different animation. So let's suppose if I need to add sand or like typewriter or like the shift, so this is how it is going to be. Let's say typewriter is fine for it. So this is how you can add different kind of a animation into any of the things up. So now we have few more things up left for the fundamentals of this before we get into the first designing part for it. You need to understand all these things up so that it is going to be very easy for you to learn how things are going to be, and how we are going to take the things into a very advanced level for it. So first things first, you are going to notice that both of these elements, this one and this one, are attached with each other. That means these are grouped. So what we need to do is, in order to change the positioning of any of these, we need to ungroup these things up. So what you can do is just click onto that element which is grouped or like stuck together, and just click onto these three dots. Here you will find the option of ungroup. Once you do that, you will be easily be able to choose and move any of the element from anywhere like this. So now again, if you're going to go, and here we have the underline option, you can have the underline or you can remove it. Here you can make it to like the uppercase letters, you can make it to like small case letters, whatever you want. Position is basically, let's say if I'm going to give you an example, let's say this particular text, if you're going to see, is coming behind this antelope ring, right? So if we need to make this text go behind the smooth and the tasty and the cold one, we can click onto that element whatever we want, and we can move up and go to the position. So here you can make it to go to like back, you can make it to go to like again to the further by just clicking and clicking onto the elements and the positioning for it. So once we are done with this, we have the copy style. So if you wanted to copy these styles and wanted to paste the same the effects, the font and the other elements too, you can copy the style and paste it up into any of the other pages too. So let's say here we need to paste, so it is going to paste up all the things up over here. So whatever the style you want, right now the style is copied in the terms of like the color. So if you have like the multiple colors, it is going to give you the multiple things up over here too. So now if you are again going to go back, and you're going to see that we have link option, you can add a link over here of any of this recent documents or whatever you want. If you wanted to log these things up, you can log this, and nothing is going to be able to replace these content up. If you wanted to duplicate this thing, so there are two options. Either you can click onto the duplicate and two things are going to pop up like this, or the second option is you can delete this one up, and you can click onto the element you wanted to duplicate and just Control C and Control V. Or if you're using a Mac, so you can go for like Command C and Command V, Command plus V. All right. So now if you need to, there are like three elements right now, you can see it very clearly. If you need to select all of these elements, so what you can do is just click onto the outside by clicking the cursor, the left cursor, and then just scrolling like we copy any of the files on our computers. You can do it in the same way over here. Now if you're going to see that we have the transparency option, if you need to make any of the changes or like any of the element transparent or decrease the transparency of that, you can do it from here. So let's say this is how it is going to look like, whatever it is. Same thing, you can again click onto this if you want, and if you are unsatisfied with the transparency level, you can again increase it at any point of time. So guys, the last option is the delete option. So you can delete the things up over here, or you can directly click and just press the delete button on your laptop or your computer. So the last thing which we need to discuss over here is the time option. So let's say we are just going to take a template. Let's go for this one. All right, and we are going to make an animation on that. Perfect. So now we need to change the duration. So right now this page is for 5 seconds. We need to make it to like go to like 10 seconds and so on. So you can make it like that too. You can even see that how these designs are going to look by just clicking onto the playing option if you're creating a video, and this is how it is going to turn out to be. If you need to go back, you can click onto the close button. You can also download the same thing from here directly. Now if you need to download these things, so for downloading you just need to click onto this share button. And also before downloading, what I want you to do is just change the name of the file so that you can remember that that was the file name or that was related to the file, so that it will be like very easy to find the further designs for you. If you're going to search for like in another month or like after 2 or 3 months too, you will be easily be able to search for the design. So let's say we need to download this, so just click onto the share and go to the download section. Once you're going to click onto the download section, you will find the file type. So you can choose any of the file formats. You can download a JPG file, you can download a PNG file, you can download a PDF, which is a standard one. If you wanted to give it for the printing purpose, let's say you wanted to get a poster or like a hoarding or like a flags or standee printed, so you can go for the PDF print over here. If you wanted to go for the SVG is also best for the web design and the animations tools for it. And if you want to have like a video, MP4 format is going to work with it. You can also create like a short clips with the format of GIF, which is GIF for it, which does not have any sound, but this video section MP4 is going to have the sound too. So now if we just need to add any audio, what needs to be done? So for the adding the audio, you have multiple non-copyright songs available over here. You can play any of these and then you can add it over here. So now you can see the song has been added. If you need to crop the song, so let's say you can click onto the song and you can check by playing it. If you do not like the duration or from where it is getting started, you can simply hover this section up and then you can drag and drop from wherever you want. Now you can again click on the side and click onto the play just to check how your creative is going to look like with the sound. Alright guys, so this sums up with like all the major things which we need to discuss before starting with the first design and the first design class for that. In the next session we are going to learn that how you can and how you are going to be able to design any sort of creative with a free template or like from the scratch also without using any templates too. So there are going to be two sections. One is going to be we are going to starting it with a very scratch thing, from which we are not going to take the help of any template, with just a plain canvas, and we are going to using all these elements, photos, text and the other things up like audio, styles and all videos too. And in the next section of that we will be able to learn that how to use the templates and how you can change in such a way that no one is going to notice that you have used a template from Canva. So see you guys in the next session.